There was a time where I was just happy to have a job. I thought the consistency and the stability was the best thing for our family at the time. Sometimes having those fallouts are good. If I never had a fallout, and it wasn't a bad fallout, but if I was not pushed to start this security firm, I would have never known the success that we're having right now. But ultimately, I describe it as two things. Like you have an individual that starts a business, you're going to be working a lot of hours for very low pay, if at no pay at all. And so it's really hard to stay motivated when there's nothing there to really work for. We had no jobs when we started. And I think that the differentiator is you got to show up every single day and as if you were servicing customers. And until you find that customer, you've got to knock on doors and you've got to find your first customer. Once you get your first customer, everything else is easy after that.
So who should be your first customer? I know my first customer. I was out of a garage, right,
Yeah.
with about $40,000 with retirement money. And I thought I had it. Oh, this is going to be great. I was in the uniform. I was the sales guy. I was the operations guy. And then I had to find the people, and they don't come easy, right? So I had experience in law enforcement, but I was looking for the easiest contract to get business so I could collect a paycheck. And you're right, it's 24/7. So for those that are listening, what would you recommend somebody start? What would be the best client? We know great contracts. We know where people start with, but what did you start with and why?
So it's unique. We're servicing an industry where people need security, right? Anyone that has a guard today that needs security is a potential lead. But honestly, it wasn't about finding contracts as it was finding people that I could support that needed security. And I remember at the time, like I was willing to do whatever for whoever. But it's not about winning the contract as it is about providing exceptional service. And like for me, how should I say it? There's two types of people. There's salesmen, and then there's people who are not salesmen. Honestly, the way that I was able to get our first contract was really just providing follow through, being there, being available, and then just letting people know that we exist and what we're about.